Just dropped in from the daydream. You know I always gotta cause a big scene. Gotta make everything about me. I've been like this since I was like 13. So let me bend your ears while I got them. What is it you're really trying to run from? I guess that's the thing about problems. While you ignore them, then you ain't got none. Oh, what a wonderful way to live. Cold, magnifying the things I did. I know something has got to give. I wait for the veil to lift. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. The little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. Always late to the party, so everybody might look upon me. Show them something better than I might be. Force feed a narrative, sell them what they want to see. Wait, maybe that's the way I put the walls up. No one ever gets to get a close up. That's the way illusions get bust up. Life's been a breeze so long as I kept the front up. Hey, don't make me reflect on things. Avoiding it all is an easy win. No way can the loneliness settle in. It's my choice to pretend to be king. And oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah. The person inside underwhelms me, so I pretend I'm something else entirely. A person who's better than me at everything. Rather you'd know that other guy instead of me. It's funny how it took so long to realize. I thought I was alone and trying to live lies. Maybe everyone's a person being hid behind. Would we all be so alone if we empathized? Whoa, a depressing epiphany. I know you so far as you let me see. We're both different people way underneath. What happens when those people meet? I don't know. I'm feeling that choice in the way. I'm feeding that void every day. I'm screaming your voice in my brain. It's more than I can take, and oh, I'm feeling that choice in the way. A little blockade in my brain. Whatever comes next, I pray. It isn't more than I can take, yeah.
Welcome to the Spectra Ocean Dream Circuit. Racers, start your engines.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the ERS Racing League. My name is Pixel Thomas and I would like to first off apologize for the bit of a rough start that we had. The reason why we're starting a bit late is because we had some issues with the lobbies. So for today we have decided to merge the two. We have both Summer League Tier 1 and Summer League Tier 2 in one giant lobby, which means we have a full 20-player lobby, which will probably unfold in a lot of chaos. I'm really looking forward to it. As I said, it was quite a bit messy to set up, thus we started a bit late, but hopefully the show will be great. Hopefully that will make up for the bit of a late start. But yeah, this is the last race for Summer League Tier 1 and 2 for the Summer League. After that, we will soon be hopping into Season 9 of the ERS Racing League already. So the signups are still open if you want to apply. Join our Discord, which you can find on all of our socials or ersracingleague.com. And definitely sign yourself up right there. We are also still looking for commentators, so if you would like to join as a commentator, you can definitely join there as well. And then say that you'd like to commentate, and I will gladly help you further. But yeah, we have a lot of people on track, way more than we usually do. Because some people didn't really show up, and others did a bit later, so we had to wait a tiny bit. But currently we are on board with Franz, aka Lenzy, if I'm correct. And he will be the first to start his hot lap. Currently on his out lap, warming up the tires, trying to get all the heat in them that he can. Any second now, he should be going. Right here. There we go. DRS on, as we will be making it into the first corner. This will be a great way of seeing how the rest of the field will compare. One is often a bit in the middle field, has quite some speed, but is a little bit inconsistent here and there. That can definitely, will definitely be like a great bar to measure how all the other drivers compare when it comes to speed. We're looking pretty alright so far. Almost everybody is out on track, except for Matthias, who is still in the pits. Let's see if someone else will steal this second sector away. I'm not sure. But soon enough, we will see our first time. And that will be a 1:22.2. Pretty good time, if I say so myself. But here we should see the first other times rolling in right now. That is a 1:22.5 for AIE. Nat Northern with a 1:22.8. Oh, these times are going to get real close together. We have Janice with a snatching pull away from France right now with a 1:21.7. And Cap joining the back right now with a 1:23.4. Jordy, 1:22.9. I'm thinking we will see a lot of cars in the 1:22s. While Tasraz snatches it away 2/10 faster than Janice. For the people that haven't been here to watch Summer League Tier 2, we have the GFO clan who are really, really fast. They have been battling for the points for its entirety, and it has been a pleasure to watch. Let's see how the rest of Tier 1 will compare to the people of Tier 2. Janice with a 1:21.7. And Donnie Benani and Dutch Tricks, woo! Coming in hot with the 1:21.5 and 4. Great stuff. A lot of times are rolling in. Let's see how Arthur is doing right now. That is a 1:22.2 for Arthur. Good stuff. Let's see, we have Tico right here. A fellow Dutch guy of most of our league, which is always fun to see. And he slides out. Still kept control of the car when sliding out, but that is your fastest lap gone. But let's see. A lot of people are currently going into the pits right now. Yeah. Oh, Arthur stopped on track, waiting for the right moment to go, and he will be going right now. Currently P6, starting his time lap. Okay, that is good. A 10th faster so far from Arthur. Seems like the car is floating with that angle right there. 2/10 faster with the fastest second sector. That is looking really good for Arthur so far. Currently in P6. Is on its way to get a sub 22. Which is of course what you want when you want to compete with the top right now. John, who got a 121.5. And that is Arthur with a sub 22, a 121.8. Beautiful. Janice, who will soon be starting his time lap. I have John right now, who might be going on his hot lap right now. Let's keep our eyes set on that. And no, he is not. A 1.8. I think he just set his time. Condules right now. Also just finished his lap, I think. Let's go on board with Nat Northern. Half a second faster almost. 4/10. Let's get that half a second here, buddy. That would end him round top 10. A bit ahead, and those are track limits. Bit wider than ideal, and there goes your time. Shows that our drivers are really pushing it today. Because we have a stacked field, it will be really, really, I guess, really beneficial if you win as many positions as you can right here. Let's see what Matthias is doing right now. Getting track limits, but it didn't count. Okay, awesome. And here we go. And that is a 123.5 for Matthias. Deco got his lap disqualified yet again. Or at least not yet again, but he won't be going for his lap right now. Previously, he messed up by sliding out, and now he got his lap invalidated. As Beer is right here, gets the fastest second sector. Will he be a threat to snatch away the podium away from all the other drivers? Let's have a look. Going to cross the finish line any second now. And that is P2 for Beerus right now. Dutch Strix and Beerus. P1, P2. 2/100ths of a second away from each other. As the Strix just improves himself. And Tassaras comes by and snatches it away. 5/100ths of a second faster than Dutch Strix. Right after each other. And Tassaras shows that he has the power. He has the power in Summer League 2. Same with John. He has the speed, he has the skills, and he is proving it yet again. However, getting the win this time, however, might be a bit of an issue. If you see all the other times the drivers are setting, it will have some serious competition. Half the field in the 121s, half the field in the 122s. Where will Tico find himself? This will be his time to set a good lap. Going very wide. His lap somehow still counts. As he crosses the finish line. P3. That was really weird to watch. But that is P3 for Tico. Great stuff. But from what I have seen so far, he might have the speed. But consistency is what he really, really needs. As Mr. Pizza slides out. Donnie will have to go right now. He will abort it. Letting all the other cars pass. Front right now. Improved his time. With 3/10, and that lands him on P12. What about AI? Oh, track limits. Unfortunate. At Northern currently a 10th faster. Will he be able to keep it going though? That is the question. Once again, you want to set your sights on the sub 22. And doubt we will see a 120. But we have some drivers getting really close to that. Oh, Nat Northern really draining all of his batteries. That is really, really tricky right now. Four, three, two, one, and that is the finish line, and that is barely an improvement. A 122.8, almost flat. As we will probably see Panos right here. Go for his time lap. Panos, person with some great speed, however lacking the consistency. So we will see how he will perform compared to the rest of the very, very stacked field, as his teammates, at least from the clan, are all the way at the top right now. Tassaras and John, P1 and P2. As we have Janice right now crossing the finish line. And that is barely an improvement. 6/1000ths of a second behind Donnie. That is some close racing. Everybody got their laps disqualified for some reason. Is John still going? I doubt it. Yeah, he is not going. He might go for one right now. But I'm thinking he will go into pits. Yes, he will. But it's going to be one heck of a race start with all these 20 drivers on the grid. I think I've only commentated on 20 driver races 2 to 3 times so far here at the ERS Racing League, since they aren't really that common. Often we do have players not appearing when we do start the race. So this is always a joy to watch. As Jordy finds himself behind the 2 stake Saubers. As he will go right now, I'm thinking. And he's not using his battery. Only now. Okay. And he got his lap disqualified or invalidated near instantly. Condul's the exact same. What about Tico? Currently in P4. Will he be able to compare to the GFO guys, Tassaras and John? Currently a little bit faster only. We'll need to find some time. Because I think he has Dutch Tricks right behind, but he got his lap invalidated. Still, just barely faster. 0.05 of a second. It's still looking really good. But it will be close. And it is. P1 won 0.3 of a second. Only in the last sector. Wow. That is really, really impressive. Tassaras, however, getting the fastest second sector. Still improving yet again. Currently in P2, might snatch pole away again. The final times are in. The timer has ended. If people are on their time lap right now, it is it. This has to be it. And it is pole position for Tassaras so far. Tico is out of the picture. However, is John able to snatch it away? Currently a 10th faster. We have the sub 21 from Tassaras, which is really, really impressive. So let's see how John is able to compare. Usually these two are in the battle for a lead, for the win at Summer League 2. So let's see if John is able to snatch it away. The exact same for Dutch Tricks, who is slightly ahead. Currently, Dutch Tricks is almost 2/10 faster. Going through the last few corners right now. Last corner is upcoming. As he is sliding a bit out, bit wide. Not what you want to see, but still the time is good. The time is really good. Sadly, not an improvement due to that mistake at the start. What about John? Did John have a better exit right there? And it is improvement, but not improvement enough to win a position. John finds himself 0.04 of a second behind Tico. As everybody else goes into pits, and we are waiting for the last drivers to round the corner. This is some great qualifying from everybody. Almost over half of the field is all within the 121s. And then we have some close 122s. Then we have 2 people barely outside of the 122. So I'm really, really looking forward to this race. Yeah, we will be waiting right now for a little bit until the race starts officially. But here are the current standings for the official race. We have Tassaras on pole with Mr. Pizza right behind and Tico P3. Then we have John and Dutch Tricks to close off the top 5. Beerus Stel, Repaz, Donny, Janice, and Colin duels to close off the top 10. Arthur, Franz, AIE, Panos, Brad for the top 15. And then we have Revolution, Jordy, Nat Northern, Catwez, and then Matthias to finish off it all. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Success summons for what, Jordy? For the chaos that will unfold? I'm looking forward to it, baby. And yeah, currently we will be looking at the pit lane as everybody is using the choosing their race strategy, choosing the tires which they want to, choosing when they want to pit. All coming down to strategy. Usually in real F1 you have the teams coming up with the strategy, but here's just the drivers themselves having to adjust on the fly if something happens. If it might start raining, that is also a good possibility. So that is all factors that you have to keep in mind. But once again, if you ever feel like participating in these races, you can join our Discord, which you can find on all of our socials or ersracingleague.com. Sign yourself up right there, and soon you might be able to join Season 9. The sign-ups are still open. So if you really want to participate in these races, please do sign up. But here we go. The hot lap will be starting soon, as the drivers are going right now. Of course, a lot of stuff can go wrong during the hot lap, which is of course not ideal, but it can happen. People can get quote-unquote disqualified from the hot lap, which means they will have to start the official race on colder tires. So everybody wants to try and keep it clean as good as they can. Oh, a bit of sliding out back there. Loving these angles where you can see all the cars come through. But yeah, here are the possible race strategies for Donny Banana that we are currently on right now. But he is starting on the hards, so that is looking interesting. Hopefully he can make it work. Fixer, this will be chaos? Yes, indeed, my friend. It will be 20 drivers on the grid, all very close together. I am looking forward to this, let me tell you that. But here we have Tassaraz, Mr. Pizza, all both lining up on the grid as Matthias is still working his way through Sector 3. But let's see if anyone will have trouble parking. And it seems like Janice does. Same for Tico. Both Tico and, let me see, Dutch Tricks are new drivers, I think, to ERS Racing League. So we love to see that the word is spreading about ERS Racing League. And all the cars have lined up on the grid. Let's get ready for the last race of Summer League Tier 1 and 2 with the full grid here at Qatar. It's lights out and away we go. And it's looking good so far. Matthias has a bad start. Same for Jordy. Jordy lost multiple positions right there, as we already have a tiny bit of contact right there. But luckily everybody is staying on the track. No damage from what I can see, as we have, I think it was a Racing Bull in the background. I think was Brad losing control, hitting 3 cars and causing some people to slide out. I think it was Panos that got that slid out because of it. Oh yeah, drivers are going wide right now. Let's see if Panos is able to stick close. There are a lot of opportunities to overtake, a lot of opportunities to win positions, as Dutch Tricks is currently on the hunt for Tico's position. Brad, oh, a lot of positions are changing. I think Brad spun out in the back. Yes, he did. Paynos won one position. Soon he will have Jordy in his sights as Jordy is trying to manage it as well. We have quite some drivers creating quite the gap between them and the car ahead, as Mr. Pizza was able to snatch the race lead away from Tassaras and John, as Barris joins right back behind. As this is the first lap of the Qatar Grand Prix here at ERS Racing League, with Mr. Pizza currently leading the race. Soon under pressure from Barris, coming close, trying to go around the outside. Mr. Pizza defends it beautifully. He's managing to stay ahead, but how long will Mr. Pizza be able to keep this going? You can see the lines that Barris is taking. He is always sticking close. As we have Jordy spinning out throughout the first corner, as he will join the very back of it all. Oh, we might have ourselves a battle on our hands as Donny Bonani spins out as well and instantly retired. Oh, you hate to see it. He still had a good shot at it all. I think his car is still fine, in theory, to be driven. But that is unfortunate. Matthias with the 3-second penalty for track limits, currently in P14, won a lot of positions, started on P20, and now has 6 seconds while driving in P14. As we have a lot of fastest laps coming through, Barris overtakes Mr. Pizza with the use of DRS. And Tassaras joins really close behind Mr. Pizza. Ty is also overtaken via Revolution down the very end of the DRS straight. Always according to the book, as Paynos goes into the pits probably for fresher tires and maybe repairing his front wing, which could have been damaged. I'm not sure though, as Brad also gets the track limit penalty. As we have quite the train going on right now, all the way from P1 down to P10, P11, all within the second. I wonder how many overtakes we are going to see down this finish straight. Because only one person doesn't have DRS, and that is Barris, who will be in danger right now as Mr. Pizza is already closing in. Barris setting the fastest lap. Pretty impressive so far. It will be quite the lunge for Mr. Pizza to go for that position as Barris survives yet another lap ahead after overtaking Mr. Pizza. As we have the two Kick Saubers battling it out, with Arthur spinning out, losing multiple positions because of it. Down through the first corner. As Brad is our second retiree after a collision with Jordy, I think. Jordy has sustained major front wing damage, which he will definitely have to pit, as we have, I think, a safety car. But it doesn't really show. It is a full track yellow. So I think this shows to be a virtual safety car. Bit annoying that I cannot see what is happening right now because of the caution sector 1 yellow in the top left. Usually it should say that it is a virtual safety car. But we might see a lot of drivers pit right now because of that. I think what happened is that Brad or Jordy tried to overtake at the very last bit of the straight, and the driver ahead didn't expect him to be there, causing, I think, Brad to spin out and crash into the wall. Same for Jordy. as the race has continued yet again. Alright, that was pretty quick. Virtual safety car as Tico is currently on the hunt for John's position. Coming in close, Mr. Pizza overtook Beerus. Beerus now under attack of Tassaras. Tassaras trying to stick close around the inside. It seems like Beerus has had the better exit right there. But Tassaras is still looking for that position. Still within attacking range. Sticking really close. Will he lunge around the inside? He won't. Playing it safe so far through these corners. It's pretty hard to overtake. He will probably wait for the straight that we have right now. But it seems like he has a really clean line right here. Still losing time, though, compared to Beerus. Beerus is showing to have significant speed in that car and great car control to be able to pull away a little bit from Tassaras. As Tico and John are battling it out. John managing to stay ahead a little bit around the outside. Beautifully stayed within track limits. Great battle between Tico and John right now. As Beerus will probably go for the overtake soon, but wait it out till the finish straight. As Tassaras was able to get close to Beerus again. As we will probably see an overtake right here. Mr. Pizza will have to really use his battery right now to try and stay ahead. As Beerus is under fire of Tassaras right now. Tassaras getting a lot closer. As Beerus plunges it around the outside. Does manage to find traction and the speed to go for the overtake around the outside of Mr. Pizza. And that is Mr. Pizza down in P2 as Tassaras stays close and basically just watches for the correct moment to attack. I did not see that penalty that Revolution had, but that is a 3-second penalty for BNV as Jordy has gone into the pits and he is way, way, way behind. He will probably get lapped if we keep going like this. Whoa, that is Tico almost sliding out. Dutch Tricks almost colliding with him as he instantly tried to rejoin the track after sliding out. Luckily, no collision between the two. But that is Tico showing that he is struggling to keep his car under control while pushing it this hard. Jan is with a 3-second time penalty, currently in P9. Both Kick Saubers still are battling it out. As you can see, that Conduls is going very, very wide right there through the last corner. Overshooting it a little bit. Cat with the 3-second penalty as well. A lot of track limit penalties are coming through right now. Arthur, not Northern Arthur, using the DRS straight to get ahead. Beautifully well done from what I could quickly see. As we still have that beautiful train all the way from P1 till P9. That is some beautiful stuff that we see right here. As Bear is maybe even pulling away a little bit from Mr. Pizza. But I'm betting that once everybody will reach their pit window, the entire field will scramble. The people that we currently see leading the race might even be like outside of the top 10 if things go badly. That will be really fun to see. Who will go into pits? Who will stay out? How will that play out? Will we see undercuts? Or overcuts? We could see everything right there with all the 20 drivers that have been racing. Of course, currently we have 18 sadly still left on track with the two people that sadly, of course, went out of the race with the DNF. But 18 drivers is still more than we usually have, so that is a lot of fun to watch. That was a hand in our face. They're cheering for Jordy. Let's go. Jordy currently P18. Did spin out. Had a bit of a rough start, losing quite some positions. But if he plays it well, he could definitely fight his way back for some possible positions. So, or for some possible positions 1, I'd say. Currently 16 seconds behind Panos, as Panos is 25 seconds behind Cap. Both spun out, both had to pit for new front wings. So that explains the ginormous gap between them. Here we go. Mr. Pizza gaining quickly on Barris. As we will be going through the last corner right now. Oh, still within the DRS. Conduls is struggling to stay within the DRS. Will he be able to stay within it? He will not, I think. No DRS for Conduls as he gets overtaken by his teammate Janis right now. As Barris is still in a battle with Mr. Pizza. Mr. Pizza getting ahead of Barris right now. Beautiful stuff. Great racing from the entire top of the field. As the gaps a bit further down are slowly starting to appear. AIE getting awfully close to Nat Northern. Might have ourselves an overtake on our hands right there. As Jordy gets a 3-second penalty. I don't think AI will do it right now. I feel like we gotta have our eyes set on the top of the field where all the show is happening. All the things are happening. Chaos, attacks, overtakes, skill. That's all happening at the top of the field. So let's keep our eyes set on that as we will be entering the DRS zone again. Mr. Pizza was able to create quite the gap to Barris right now, but Barris with a lot of speed and the DRS will bomb himself around the inside. Mr. Pizza will stick around the outside. Will he hold the line? It seems like he is able to. Barris wasn't able to let go right now. Still trying to go after it. Slight contact between the back of Mr. Pizza and Barris, causing Barris to lose quite some traction, losing quite some time as well, which could put him under pressure right now. If Tassaraz is able to stick close. Of course, he's able to stick close, but not close enough from what I can see to go for the overtake. Dodge Tricks trying to overtake Tico right now. Got really, really close. Wasn't able to make it work. Yet you can see how close he is getting through that corner. Really tight, really technical. And still with such grace, you can see that we have some rough spots starting to appear on some tires, which is not ideal, let me tell you. Barris and John both getting track limits at the exact same corner, which puts them at a massive disadvantage right now. Barris outside of the DRS. Mr. Pizza was able to create the gap large enough to get away, as Tassaraz will now be using that DRS to try and overtake Barris. Barris will try and stay around the inside, going a bit wider, cutting across, causing slight contact between him and Tassaraz, but both are staying ahead. I guess our Barris is staying ahead of Tassaraz, as John is just watching the show unfold in front of him, waiting for a mistake to happen, because look at these lines. So clean, so smooth, and so fast. Really deliberate of him staying a little bit behind. But how long will he stay behind? Mr. Pizza currently on a 1.2 gap ahead of Barris. Here we go. This might be trouble for Beerus. It seems like he had a bit of a rough exit right there as he plunges himself into the pits. Hopefully no speeding penalty for him, as Tico does the exact same. John winning some time compared to Tassaras, but of course Tassaras did have the DRS as well, as Mr. Pizza finds himself now on a 1.7 second lead. As you can see that Tico and Beerus are all the way now currently in P13, P14. And dropping even further. Cap might get ahead of Beerus right now as well. But I don't think he is able to. Beerus on the fresher tires, they are colder. But on the fresher tires just has more grip, more speed that he can squeeze out of it. As you can already see him slightly create a gap. So how long will it be for Beerus to get close to VMV Revolution? It seems not too long. He is gaining a 1/10 of a second, as if it's nothing. As Tico gets by Cat West, as Tico punched himself around the inside. Cat West sliding a little bit out, and that is a clean overtake from Tico. As Tico is currently on the fresh mediums and Beerus is on the fresh hards. Tico will be able to squeeze out more speed right now, but Beerus will be able to have more consistent speed on the long run as John overtakes Tassaras at the end of the finish straight, with Tico getting a 3-second penalty. Conduels going into the pits, which we might see the the undertakes already happening right now. The undercuts that, I'm sorry, I've had a rough night, okay? Terms are not really easy in my mind right now. But, oh, VMV Revolution going a bit wide, finding himself under the pressure of Beerus. Same for Tico, right back behind. Tico did get the penalty just now. So let's see how long VMV Revolution able to keep these two right behind him. They are really losing time because of this. For a successful undercut, you want to manage the traffic as well as you can. VMV making it hard for them right now. Tico going for the overtake around the outside of Beerus. Doesn't find the space. Cutting across, way across. Track limits for days. As both of them get across off Revolution. Right now, Pano's get a 3-second penalty. But how long will Tico stay behind Beerus? Beerus with the cleaner lines, Tico with the more stickier and better tires for now. Tico once again going wide. Bronze going into the pits as well. DRS for Tico right here. Beerus is going wide as we have a rather clean overtake from Tico right now. Will Beerus be able to stick close? That is the question. And hopefully he can, because that means he will be able to draft his way through, being able to win as much time as possible. And as in all this time, Mr. Pizza has lost some time, about 3/10 compared to John and Tassaras. As John is almost outside of the second of Tassaras. Tassaras barely being able to hold on to stay within that DRS window. As the rest just try and follow as well. Beerus already finds himself outside of that second. Not something you'd want when you want to try and stick as close as possible for that draft. But still, they might be able to win quite some time in that fresh air that they are in right now. Tico is getting closer to Nat Northern right now, as he finds himself within the second, within attacking range, and we are closing in on the DRS zone. Conduels receiving a 3-second penalty right now on P14. As here we have Nat Northern going into the pits. Tico was able to snatch the DRS detection zone as he uses that DRS to fly even further away from Beerus right now. That Northern and Matthias both are in the pits. As Panos is going into the pits again. We are about halfway of the race right now, and so far it has been pretty eventful. As now we will see the pit window starting to appear. Everybody on the hard tires is probably going into the pits, or some are staying out, like Arthur. Looking interesting so far. Janice, Tasras, and Repass all going into the pits right now, with Mr. Pizza still leading the race. But he is not safe anymore from John. John showing that he has found the speed. He has found the rhythm to find himself within the second of Mr. Pizza. Mr. Pizza was almost 2 seconds ahead at one point. Now finds himself under the pressure of John as Dutch Strix is sticking close. Let's see what the penalties are at right now. We have 3 seconds for John. For Tico, for Beerus, for Janice. Same for VNV Revolution, Franz, Harmon, Panos, and Jordi. Then we have 9 seconds for Condules and for Matthias, as Tico overtakes AIE as he is working his way even further. But let's see if Mr. Pizza is managing to stay ahead when we will be coming up to the DRS zone. Jordi getting a 3-second penalty. As GFO was going a bit wide, faking that he was going into the pits, tricking Dutch Strix right now into going into the pits, as he is closing the gap yet again. But Mr. Pizza stays ahead, even though it's just barely. Cap getting a 3-second penalty added to his time. Beerus and Tico are somewhat making up for that time that they have lost, already almost back where they were, putting serious pressure on Mr. Pizza, John, and Arthur. Right now, Arthur, who stayed out quite a bit before he was he will pit, because everybody else basically ahead of him, except for Mr. Pizza and John, have pitted already, and Mr. Pizza and John are still winning time compared to Arthur. Arthur currently, I guess, in a battle with, I think, Jordi right now. Yes, he is indeed with a battle with Jordi. As Jordi is able to, I think, get DRS right here. Yes, he does. Managing to stick close as John decides to call the shot and goes into the pits, as Arthur and Mr. Pizza are staying out. Mr. Pizza going for a lot of laps. Currently, his tires, same with Arthur's, are 17 laps old, as the field will now probably be swapping to mostly mediums. Except for Beerus, who is staying on the hards while being in the top 5. So that will be interesting to see how far he will be able to push those hard tires. I wonder how long both of them will keep going. Mr. Pizza decides to go into the pits. It has been long enough. What will Arthur do? Will Arthur join him in the pits as well? And that is a yes. Tico will take the race lead right now with Barris 3 seconds behind. Barris, however, is under heavy pressure of the GFO guys. Right now, Tasres with the DRS will try and go around the inside with ease. And what about Tasres? Tasres also made it work. Wow. 2 overtakes through 1 corner as Tasres now is looking to overtake Repass. All of them are sticking extremely close right now. No bombing around the inside from Tasres right here because this is a pretty tight and technical section. A lot of corners right after each other where no mistakes are allowed to happen. Otherwise, that is almost a guaranteed overtake. Arthur and Matthias in the background are battling it out. It seems to be going the way of Arthur. Barris in a battle with Dutch Tricks. Dutch Tricks is managing to stay ahead though, with a 3-second penalty sadly given out to him because of track limits. Whoa, John just decides to slide through. I didn't even see him there at all, just around the inside. Hop day right there, through it. Beautifully done. I don't think Barris was kind of expecting John to be there, because I sure wasn't, as Mr. Pizza joins the penalty gang with a 3-second penalty. As right now, Tassaras, will he try and go around the outside of Repaz? Isn't able to. What about Dutch Tricks? Tassaras sliding out a little bit. Or it was Repass sliding out a little bit. Losing some traction for what I can see on the acceleration out of the corner. But he's managing to stay ahead so far. Cap West and Revolution in the background in a battle. It seems to be going the way of Revolution, as he is 2 tenths ahead of Cap and winning time, if I'm correct. Mr. Pizza pushing it really close to Janice. He decided to stay out too long, and it didn't really pay off for Mr. Pizza. On the fresher mediums this time, trying to cut around the inside already, as we are going into the DRS zone. Already right beside Janice. Both have DRS, but Mr. Pizza just has way more speed. And that is a pretty clean overtake from Mr. Pizza, now setting his sights on Barris, as we have Repass and Dutch Tricks overtaken Tassares also through the same corner, while Tico is managing to stay ahead. 1.6 second gap between him and Repass. Mr. Pizza and Boris Barris still in a battle. Mr. Pizza this time managing to stay ahead. Barris trying to fight back through the inside. Isn't able to make it work. Had a horrible exit right there, as he is already half a second behind Mr. Pizza. Tico probably made a mistake. Repasses right now within the second. Is he able to stay within there? So he will be able to use the DRS zone to try and get closer. It will be a close one, but it seems to be working as we will be going through the last corner. Tico is no longer safe from Repass, no longer safe from Dutch Tricks, and the many more to follow. DRS is open. Dutch Tricks is winning time. Will it be a bomb around the inside? No, it won't. Playing it safe so far. Oh. I saw that right there, John. It got really close. Wasn't able to make it work, but he was really shooting a shot right there. Repes might be in trouble. Dutch Drix close to get big time through the last finish straight right now, and he is already within 0.2 of a second. Car length barely between the cars. Dutch Drix made a slight mistake, so Repes is sticking close to Tico. Tico will be in danger right now, as it is guaranteed for him to lose one position. But what about two? Dutch Drix is coming in hot right now. Around the inside as well, has the speed. Cars are side by side. Slight contact between the two, and both are interlocking their tires as both go off track. As Dutch Drix sadly spins out and is stuck. But he manages to get back on track. That is not ideal, as he is sliding out yet again. Same for Tico. Both cannot find any traction, as both Tico and Dutch Drix are falling way, way, way behind, as Tico spins out yet again. Oh no. Two serious contenders to end up on podium lose their shot in lap 23 of the 29, as that is Dutch Drix into the wall. As his car is somehow still able to drive. That looked like a serious impact. Really, really weird. But yeah, Dutch Drix does have damage on his front wing. What about Tico? I think Tico also has major damage on his front wing. It does not seem so. It seems like Tico has come out rather unscathed. However, because of him spinning out multiple times, he did lose quite the time that he really needs to win back some positions. As Tico will be going into the pits for probably softs, as you can see that his left tire is done for. Getting a 10-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane. And that is it for Tico. What about Dutch Drix? Will he repair his front wing? Or will he say that this was it for him? He has lost his entire front wing. Tires are done for as well. Didn't get the 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And I think Dutch Drix is going to give it yet another shot. Never mind. That is the DNF for Dutch Drix as well. Two serious contenders for the race win. Sadly out of the race. But that is racing. Mistakes can happen in each and every corner. And a corner like that, where they were really pushing it side by side, shows that that was it for the two of them. Repes losing 2 positions to John and Mr. Pizza, as Repes will have quite the gap still between Janice, but Janice is winning time rather quickly. Ron's getting the 3-second penalty. Oh, mistake there from John. Going a bit wide, Mr. Pizza. Having the cleaner line. Still able to stick within that second. Closing it slowly but surely. Another slight mistake from John. John does have the better exit. Mr. Pizza just has a smooth line all the way through. As Mr. Pizza is managing to stay in about half a second of John, as we are slowly nearing the finish straight again. Oh, bad corner there from Mr. Pizza, losing a lot of time. He will have the DRS. But will it be enough to go for the overtake? I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Repass is getting closer and closer to Mr. Pizza as he makes a mistake. Closes the gap. Tries to bomb it around the inside, but John closed off the gap. And that is John living to see yet another lap being led by him, as long as he's able to keep control of the car. Lap 26 out of 29. 3 laps to go. As we basically just follow on the train going from P1 to P6, as the rest of the field has created quite the gap between the cars. So I don't think we will see a lot of action going on right there. Jordi and Pano sadly still all the way in the back. They have had a rough race as Panos goes back into the pits, as Mr. Pizza goes ahead and gets back that position, gets back that race lead. As John and Repass follow right back behind. Mr. Pizza and Janice both getting 3-second penalty. Not ideal for someone who just took the race lead. Let's see what the penalties are on right now. Mr. Pizza on a 6-second penalty. If John and Repass keep this going, both of them have guaranteed 1-2, with Repass finding himself winning the race because of the penalties. We have 3 seconds for John, Beres, and Panos. Then we have 6 seconds for Mr. Pizza, Janice, Franz Harmon, Revolution, and Jordi. And 9 seconds for Gatwez, 12 seconds for Conjules and Matthias. So we will definitely see quite some position changes as the race results will come in with all the penalties being dealt out. As Tasserez finds himself with a 3-second penalty. That is not good currently in P5. Panos also getting 3-second penalty, probably going for the faster times. Let's see what tire he's on. He's indeed on the softs as we have a great battle going on. Mr. Pizza almost losing 2 positions. Right now, Repass still sticking side by side around the outside. Mr. Pizza defends it beautifully, and so Repass just aborts the mission, decides to back off, and maybe attack yet another lap later. We are in the second to last lap. So if the overtakes have to happen, they have to happen now. Otherwise, there will be no time left. We have another DNF. Franz Herman retiring in the pits. That is going a bit wide there. No track limit penalty being dealt out. As I think Mr. Pizza might have planned this in advance, waiting so he can have the second to last lap that he is behind John, and then uses the DRS to get ahead. Beer is getting another 3-second penalty. Mr. Pizza getting close to John. DRS is open. John is squeezing all the speed that he has out of that car. Mr. Pizza has that little bit more side by side. Mr. Pizza will have to go around the outside. John did fall back behind. Mr. Pizza is able to keep it after that overtake. And that is a beautiful overtake done by Mr. Pizza. However, if I'm correct, Mr. Pizza does have 3 seconds extra penalty. It is more for show than it is for the actual position, as Matthias receives yet another penalty as John makes a slight mistake. Repass winning a little bit of time because of it. Not enough to make a serious threat for John. But Repass is basically a guaranteed race winner here in Qatar, as he is the only one without penalties at the top 6. Indeed, Mr. Pizza will probably fall out of the podium, even though he is leading the race right now. It seems to be going the way of Repass, and then probably John, followed by I don't know who with the penalties in the back. I don't think it's Sasras, maybe Giannis or Barris. Barris did get a 6-second penalty, so I don't think so. I think John will find himself on the podium, P2, as here we go. Mr. Pizza crosses the finish line first, but it is Repass, John and Mr. Pizza to be on the podium for today's race. Beautiful, beautiful race from all of them. Every single one of these drivers have shown a beautiful race. Sad to see Donnie crashed at the very start of the race. Same for Tico and Dutch Trick, slightly crashing, sliding out through the first corner. But what a beautiful race. Truly a beautiful race. As we have the last few drivers crossing the finish line, as it will be VMV Revolution to be the last to cross the finish line to close off the Qatar Grand Prix here at ersracingleague.com. Yeah, we have .com. But yeah, that was it. Very, very interesting race. Putting two tiers together. But that is it. That is it. I hope everybody had fun watching it. I hope everybody had as much fun as I did, because this was a joy to watch. A lot of chaos. Great driving from all the top drivers. So that was some great, great, great racing. Beautiful stuff. As here we have our podium ceremony. As here we have the rewards. We have our race winner Repass right now. What a drive from all of them. Tico as well. Great, great drive. A bit sad to see that he crashed, which of course is not what you want to go for, but it just happens. That is racing. Anyways, here we have our final results for the race. Repass winning the Qatar Grand Prix, followed with John and Mr. Pizza on the podium. Tasras and Janice to close off the top 10. Beerus, Arthur, AIE, Condules, and Nat Northern to close off the top 10. And then I guess I don't have time, but here you have the rest of the field. But that is it. That is Summer League done for Tier 1 and Tier 2. I will be back next Wednesday racing myself for Summer League Tier 3, as we will have our Tier 4 as well to finish right there. And that will mark the end of the Summer League. But yeah, I hope you all had fun. If you want to participate in these races, we have our Season 9 sign-up still open. So please, 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 please do sign up for those races, because we could always use other drivers like you. You can find you can apply in our Discord. You can find on all of our socials or ersracingleague.com. My name is Pixel Thomas. I will be back on my own channel next Wednesday. But if you don't have time, I hope to see you back again soon.